cause y'all know what it is.
Ant and Trap News Network.
I was with Rich Trapper.
I flex with you.
What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? Rich Trapper tapping in Ant and Trap News Network. Back in this thing, back in this thing. It's like cracking this thing here at Ant and Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use. It's that good knowledgeito you're not finna get in nobody's collegeito. Make sure you hit that notification bell at the top. Hit all, stay tapped in for the latest and the greatest. Hit that like, hit that hype, hit that comment, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that share button for everything we got going on here at Ant and Trap News Network. Make sure you tap in. Leave a comment because we're going back to the chili giveaway. So when we get to 31,000 subscribers, we're going to make sure that we pick the best comment between now and 31,000 subscribers. We're going to give you some chili, big dog. So it's important that you comment. It's important that you comment. It's important that you comment. Once we get 31,000 subscribers, we're going to make sure that we let y'all know an exact date and exact time that we will be doing a live to give away that money. You got Cash App, you got Apple Pay, you got Zelle, you got Venmo. Don't worry about it. We're going to make sure you get that chili. Make sure you hit that like button, that comment, that good subscribe button. Ant and Trap News Network. We taking it back to the basics, man. What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? We're Trapper tapping in Ant and Trap News Network. Back in the same, like cracking the same here at Ant and Trap News Network. Good news you can use, good knowledgeito. You're not finna get nobody's collegeito. We finna hit the like, comment, subscribe. We ain't finna hold y'all no longer. Finna jump right into this content, man. Young and Hefito don't care about nothing but the checkito. He's letting y'all know what he feels about the situation with Poetic Flakko and Munchie B. This is on the No Jumper Clips channel. You ain't did so, follow the No Jumper Clips channel. And if you ain't following Young and Hefe's personal page, make sure you follow his personal page. Give him a like, comment, subscribe. Show him some love.
Nathan had just brought some IG stories up.
Oh yeah, we should talk about this. Gosh darn.
Is it on the screen? You want to read that, Lush, for us?
Alright, man. I don't even like this. But you know, it is what it is, bro. You feel me? So obviously there's been a lot of controversy between our own Munchie B and Poetic Flakko, you know. And it stems from a lot of things. Flakko was alluding to releasing the identity of the murderer of Draco the Ruler. Long live the greatest rapper of all time, Draco the Ruler, you feel me? My favorite rapper.
Long live Draco the Ruler, but we have a Nipsey Hussle with Tupac and a lot of other situations that I'm not saying Draco wasn't great, but of all times, Lush, come on now.
So you feel me? It's you know, a horrible situation. A very good friend of the platform as well, and you know, shouts to his entire family. There is back and forth between him and Munchie. Like obviously, like Munchie's not involved in this or whatever, but it just like had to do with just them going back and forth and implications. And I'm not really sure. Like some of it kind of even didn't make sense to me why the argument was going on. But Flakko put on his IG story just now, like an hour ago. He said the killer will be revealed soon. None of the names being thrown around is the killer. Dropping Friday at 2 p.m. # we know the truth. Now, like, I understand Flakko is media, he doing his job, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't like information like this being teased, but, you know, I understand it's media. Like, I know the way the game works, so I don't. But, I don't know, how do y'all feel?
The only thing that's confusing me is, like, this is only...
Lush just said a lot and didn't say nothing all at the same time. A whole bunch of nothing.
News, because Flakko's saying that something's about to, like, some type of investigation is going to come to a close and somebody's going to get picked up. Because when Draco passed, there was all these videos that are claiming all the same stuff that Flakko's pretty much claiming. I feel like that information's already kind of been put out there by, like, a Trap Lord Ross and all kinds of people.
I think the difference is he's not saying one person is going to get picked up. He's saying a collective of people are getting picked up for this. And he's saying there's a famous quote-unquote famous rapper that is going to get picked up.
Honestly, I don't see no difference between Trap Lord Ross and Flakko outside of Flakko's black. And y'all niggas will let the white man do whatever, you feel me? But then when a black person do it, it's a problem. So, I don't know.
Behind it.
Okay, let's not ignore the obvious difference. The obvious difference is Trap Lord Ross just did his research and then made a video. He is claiming to have active contact with LAPD law enforcement. He's claiming to have ongoing contact with them actively. Trap Lord Ross never said that he had contacted the police. Trap Lord Ross said he got all his information from the internet. That's the difference right here. That's what the controversy comes from.
But do you think LAPD is like cooperating with Flakko to release information to him, or he's releasing information to LAPD?
I really don't know, but it's just gonna be viewed upon like it's just gonna be frowned upon in this genre that we in when you're like actively having contact with real police. Like it's one thing to just cover what's on the internet because we all see what's on the internet. Once it's on the internet, it belongs to the internet.
No, facts.
But when you are actually like
once it's on the internet, it belongs to the internet. That is the realest thing ever.
Precinct, and then you're taking notes from the detective, you're taking notes from the captain, and then you're doing all this weird stuff, like claiming to have direct contact with the police. That's what extends it into reality beyond media.
Like for me, I'm gonna say this. I don't endorse this type of activity in no shape, form, or fashion. But at the end of the day, I expect the civilian to act a certain way and do what they do. So, do I be on Flakko about this type of activity? No. Do I dislike it? Absolutely yes. But at the end of the day, I understand that he don't hold himself to the same ethic, you know what I'm saying, and profile that I hold myself to. So he can act indifferent, but people just got to understand.
Even if Young Ant left it right there and didn't say nothing else, Young Ant Hefe just said the most profound thing about it. He don't hold himself to the same ethics that I hold myself to. So what he does is what he does. It is what it is. A Young Ant Hefe is one of the few people in his space who are looking at Flakko for who he's letting you know who he is. Young Ant Hefe is one of the few people who's believing Flakko when he tells him who he is. Young Ant just came in 30 seconds, boom, and ended it all. Came and won the game, but let's see what else goes.
And you know that for every action, there's a reaction. Now, I think for me, the members don't be holding themselves accountable. Like as a member, you got to hold yourself accountable. Now, when you have a relationship with Flakko, and you like if you mess with Flakko, like if you down with Flakko, have a personal relationship with Flakko, and you see this type of behavior, and you know that you don't come from this type of background, and this is not your approach, then they should be getting at Flakko and letting Flakko know, just like, Munchie have been voicing this. Munchie ain't just, people trying to make it seem like, and like I said, I don't have a dog in the fight, you know what I'm saying, with Munchie and Flakko, but people just trying to make it seem like Munchie just came out and started tripping after this Draco stuff. Like, no, Munchie been in the chats. Munchie's been complaining about Flakko doing gangbang videos and how he feel like Flakko handles the gangbangers, you know what I'm saying, that he blogs and when he talks about them and stuff like that. So I just feel like for me, like, I wasn't, super mad and like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get Flakko because Flakko, like, I mean, Flakko been telling you. Flakko told you he'd tell.
Yeah, and that's the only thing that I don't, really agree with is just like, obviously I don't have a dog in a fight, but just how Flakko kind of plays with I hang with some gang members, I'm cool with some gang members. It's like, if you're going to be that way, I feel like it's got to be an all or none type of situation. Yeah. Like, you can't say, oh, when I feel like snitching on somebody, I'm going to do that, but, oh, yeah, I'm over here in Long Beach, you know what I'm saying?
Flakko's cool with you until he's not. Flakko's not going to tell on you until he finds reason to.
These folks and all that type of stuff. And try making it cool. We got a screensaver of Flakko throwing up crit with both hands, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you can't be hypocritical in that way and then act like I'm Mr. Journalism. Then why are you trying to act like you hang with the members sometimes? You know what I'm saying? That's the only issue that I would have.
Well, I think at this point he's kind of getting away from the I hang with. He's like, there's been different arcs.
Yeah.
First it was like, oh, I'm new to LA. I don't know anything about gangs. I'm kind of learning. I'm meeting people. Then it was, okay, I'm hanging with the members, but I'm a civilian still. And now it's kind of like admonishment of, and I'm like,
But if you remember when he got here, he was on the admonishment as well, and AD and them got in his ear like, hey, bro, you keep talking like that, they gonna show up here and get on you, you know what I'm saying? Because he was jumping up.
But AD is also one of Flakko's biggest supporters and biggest protectors and all that kind of stuff too, so there's that, and that's a real statement.
The window on his kind of Charleston White-ish type shit.
Which he even acknowledged happened when he was like, hey, you feel me, a bunch of essays popped up, like they wasn't happy about with what I said. Yeah. So like he even acknowledged that. So the thing is, and made a good point. I think it was where it's like, if you have a personal relationship with somebody, you know what I'm saying, like you should it would be, even if you are a journalist, like it would behoove you to at least reach out to them, you know, so to maintain that relationship. But that's just a personal moral thing. Regardless, yes, is he doing his job 100%? But it does. I agree with it as far as like he's allowed to do his job, but just like Ant said, I don't like the way it feel either.
Yeah,
feel like
I got added to the group chat in the midst of the chaos. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I don't even get to talk to Munchie B in here because he left. So what do you feel about like Flakko feeling betrayed? He says that he went so hard for Munchie. He had to deal with so much adversity to get Munchie into the building, even to be a host, to do all this, that for Munchie to even push back against him is just blasphemy. You know what I'm saying?
No, but it's not blasphemy. Like, you know, Flakko looking at it from a business standpoint and Munchie looking at it from a personal standpoint, because Munchie is somebody that actually lived this lifestyle and participated in it. You feel me? Like, you know, this is somebody, you know, that's basically, you can say, you could contribute his blindness, you know, to being in the streets, you know, and banging and stuff. So it's just like, you know, when you doing certain things that's pushing, like regardless of what you done for me, that's just like, you might do something.
Now, I'm not negating what Young and Hefe's saying at all, and I'm not disagreeing with what Young and Hefe's saying at all. I would just say, however, more people than not on the internet don't relate to that story and more so relate to a square person of a Flakko, because gang members are far and in between in actual real life society. They're grains of sands on the beach because there are more normal people who don't indulge in gang activities than people who actually do. So, that being said,
For me, that I'm real appreciative. And because you did that for me, I'm going to take only so much slack, you know, out of what you done for me. But it's like, if you keep on doing something that goes against my approach and beliefs, it's like, damn, I mean.
Yeah, that was my point. That's why I was asking questions about, like, Flakko, what did you do that you feel like Munchie could just not, because you kind of dealing with some pretty serious things. You expect him to just stay quiet because he helped you at some point or something. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to understand that.
Exactly.
It seems bad faith by Flakko. Like, he's using any excuse, you know what I'm saying? I did this, now I'm betrayed, now I'm going to jump out the window.
Maybe Flakko's already had an animosity towards Munchie B, and now he has a reason to let it out, because we know that Flakko be holding on to grudges against niggas, and when he can get a chance to get his get back, he get his get back.
And I know the games. That's bad faith. You know what I'm saying? You act in one way to act a certain way. You feel me?
Like if Ricky gets me a job, but then Ricky gets me a job, and he's like, yo, I get to drive your car this week.
Yeah.
Like, nah, fool, what the you mean? You
or you tell a girl you tell a girl you're gonna take care of her, pay her bills, and then y'all get in an argument, and you kick the out in the first argument. You know what I'm saying?
Or you ask a bitch to give you a blowjob, and then she's like, hey, like, will you pick up my kids from preschool?
Exactly, yeah.
What?
It's like we gotta have some equal, you know what I'm saying?
I'm a little lost. How did y'all get here? I'm not following the logic.
Oh, okay.
I'm a little lost.
So because Flakko got Munchie, or advocated greatly for Munchie to be over here, which is true.
Yeah, Ricky wasn't around for that, though, so he doesn't know.
You know what I'm saying, which Munchie will acknowledge himself. That doesn't mean that Munchie is in debt to him and then owes him, you know, if he does something that he thinks is bunk, he doesn't have to just agree with him because he.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Flakko coming out with this news kind of started the whole him versus Munchie, or flared it back up to be this serious, to where Munchie don't want to put him out.
Yeah, he does.
Because it is true. Like Flakko was a big advocate for Munchie, and you know, he did. Originally, there was one point where there was going to be a show where it was like me, Munchie, and Flakko. You feel me? Like that wound up not happening. Like other things. So Flakko was like maneuvering to try to.
I believe that.
Yeah, but then again, like at a certain point, I understand Munchie's frustration. He has, like, in our group chat, and this ain't group chat snitching because we spoke on this. Munchie has said multiple times, like, yo, PF, I ain't with this, but he's been on his helmet for some time now, low-key. Like, although it was like not super aggressive, or it didn't seem super aggressive, it was like, hey, I ain't with this. And then, you know, where it's at now.
Well, Munchie said, if y'all want me back in the chat, kick Flakko out. What do y'all think about that? Does Flakko deserve being in the chat even?
They're not going to kick Flakko out. And honestly, and if they have to choose between Munchie B and Flakko, they're going to choose Flakko. They're going to side with Flakko every time. Because in the internet space, Flakko has more of a relevancy than Munchie B has in the internet space. If we talking about in real life and all that kind of stuff, that's debatable, that's different. But we're not talking about in real life. We talking about in its internet space. When these niggas is only doing it for the clicks and the ticks, they're going to choose Flakko over Munchie B every time.
Oh, he's never really here and doesn't really work for the company. You know what I'm saying?
You're asking good questions.
That's the argument, but Adam don't care about that because Adam doesn't want to cut off that door for those clicks and for those ticks and all that kind of stuff. But then here's the thing about this too. Who knows what Flakko may or may not know about Adam and No Jumper? Who knows what company secrets Flakko is? It's tricky over there at the Jumper. Who knows what Flakko knows?
What do you feel like?
I'll say this. I don't feel bad for you joining the chat when Munchie left, because when I joined the chat, like literally within 15 minutes, like, or maybe at a day most, Big Ski was removed. So, you feel me? So, like, literally I went through the exact same thing you're dealing with. So, I have no sympathy for you.
I feel like a kid in a divorce right now, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
like in the hearing.
fight.
Yeah, facts.
Hey, you have an interesting perspective on the whole thing, dynamic, but to Ant's point, I think Flakko is taking a business approach, and Munchie's approach is morals over money. So Flacco's worried about the money because he's worried about the success of his platform, and he's just trying to do the numbers. He knows this is going to be sensationalized all over the internet, and it's going to dominate the algorithm. So that's why he's playing this. It's like a trump card that he's playing media-wise, and Munchie is like, I live a real life outside of the media space. So Munchie is like, more on some morals over money. This is affecting like real life things or implicating real life things, or he's just not with the whole detective work. It feels like you're being more of a detective than a journalist to Munchie and other members.
And I think he's also questioning his intentions. It's like, why are you doing this?
Exactly.
Why now? Like what? Like, and I'm not saying, again, I'm not saying he should or shouldn't. Like, you know what I mean? He's a journalist. He's doing his job. Like, but I think that's one of the things that got Munchie a little bit like what are you really doing? What are you really trying to do? Why?
He has the right to question his motives.
Which he has every right to question as well.
I mean, they both have rights.
Exactly.
They both have rights as individuals, as citizens, everybody is not going to feel the same. I tell people all the time, we both can be sitting here watching the same movie and draw and pull a different perspective.
Yeah.
Facts.
100%.
We could all be looking out the same window and draw a different perspective. That's for sure. We could look at the same thing and see totally different ways of going about this whole 1-2 step like Sierra.
And that's why there's also CNN and Fox and
MSNBC.
My takeaway from this though, for real, is just like the streets and this content really can't mix. At the end of the day, it's water and oil.
It is.
It's never going to be a peaceful harmony between these two, sectors that we try to meld and blend on this platform. And it's always going to come to a point like this.
It's just like when you in settings like this, because this is what I think people forget, right? Like, people like to put their own titles on people. And, like, I don't have to abide by no title you put on me just because I'm on a podcast or you see me dropping content. Oh, yeah, you a content creator, you a blogger. Yeah, you right, absolutely, you know what I'm saying? But, if that's what you think that meets the eye and that's all I am, then, fool on you. So, with that being said, you got dudes up here, and just because they up here doing content don't mean after they finish doing their content that they still not in their communities, that they still don't contribute to their communities, you know what I'm saying, in different ways, so people are still held to certain, judgment and politics. So it's just like, I got somebody up here doing some police work, and then I leave here and go and I gotta be questioned. Not saying this happened, but just with anybody, like, you got somebody, you gonna have people that want to question like your integrity. Like, hey bro, what's going on, man? Dude just got somebody locked up or said he knows somebody that did something about a murder, and you up there sitting next to him.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You feel me?
Nah, facts.
Yeah. So it be like that, bro.
Yeah, it's just two different codes, you know what I'm saying, in both spaces, and they're always gonna clash, with one another. Like,
I mean, the streets being like a part of like media is always.
And then I kind of feel like, what is social media code? Like, for me, social media is like kind of got like the army slogan, "Be all you can be." It ain't really like no code. Like,
it's no code, because what I think is appropriate, Lush might not. I don't know, man. One thing that I maintain is, in his YouTube space, a whole lot of flute, flambery, skullduggery, and larceny. But let's take it around this last.
It's gonna clash, with one another.
Like, I mean, the streets being like a part of like media is always.
And then I kind of feel like, what is social media code? Like, for me, social media is like kind of got like the army slogan, "Be all you can be." It ain't really like no code. Like, I I don't come with no set of rules for social media. My only set of rules is that I'm not gonna merge my reality for the most part with what goes on the net.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, it might just be just that, though, is that there are no rules, and the outside of it comes with so many more rules. You know what I'm saying?
But AI and drones and ring cameras, like, fools didn't have cells, much less you'd have to be at least upper middle class to be able to afford a computer like in the 90s and things like that. So just imagine if all this tech was available back then.
All right, man. So we finna get up out of here to the next one. Y'all know the deal, man. Red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest. Stay free, man. Stay out the streets and don't incriminate yourself on you.
Protest the air, Smith. We on the air. Protest the air at our best. You know that, man. Off the air. You know what I'm saying? We out here ground zero for the neighborhood hero. We got all four corners. TMC, the marathon definitely continue. Mr. Burger right here live in the flesh. We out here, man. Trap news. You know that, nigga.
Apollo Texas. Dangerous. Can't come outside when it's dangerous. Work all in the floorboard. Tell the ops check the scoreboard. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. And if you shoot, you ain't miss. A nigga ball like game 6. A nigga ball like game 6.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we didn't get from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Water like us niggas up in game 6. Missy with the bullshit, you can save it. Water like us niggas up in game 6.
Game 60 bands on my neck when I got it on me. And I remember I was broke, I never let them hold me. Final seconds with my back against the wall. 81 point strong with this K, I call it Kobe. Running through this lettuce, nothing you can tell us. Gotta watch my back, I know that they get jealous. Real shit, I got rich, ain't gotta embellish. Real life made men, they call us good fellas. And I ain't got anxiety, I know it's intuition. May never love a bitch, but I for sure play my position. I know the streets talking, I'm cracking, so I ain't tripping. I said I play for keeps, but I guess them niggas ain't listening. Sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry, and I can't miss. Nah, you can't come outside when it's dangerous. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we didn't get from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Water like us niggas up in game 6. Missy with the bullshit, you can save it. Water like us niggas up in game 6.
I've been winning, tell my ops check the scoreboard. Money in the attic, work all in the floorboard. Late night, that's the life that we pray for. Overtime with the pack is what we in the game for. Put myself in the game and everything is just a memory. Made a couple plays for the pain, not an enemy. Gotta watch my friends more, I gotta watch the enemies. Niggas hella fake, I know what enemies intentions. I let it go until it click if I'm aiming. Started staying safe and ended up staying dangerous. Game on the line, see the pressure I can take. Hall of Fame shit, so if it's mine, I'ma take. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas shoot like Curry, and I can't miss. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we didn't get from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Water like us niggas up in game 6. Missy with the bullshit, you can save it. Water like us niggas up in game 6. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we didn't get from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Water like us niggas up in game 6. Missy with the bullshit, you can save it. Water like us niggas up in game 6.
Safe like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry, and I can't miss. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous. You niggas always inside when it's dangerous. Shoot like Curry, and I can't miss. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous.